like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And it is a busy day here in fandom, as always. It really always is busy. But it's a very, very busy time. I have a live stream tonight. I'm recording this on Sunday, 24th of, what are we in? July. 24th of July, right? Bloody hell, it's the 24th of July? It's nearly August already. What's it like in England now? Is it still, like, unbearably hot? Thank God. In England. I mean, I love England, don't get me wrong. It's where I come from, but boy, am I happy to be living in a land with air conditioning, especially in this weather, which isn't as bad as it is in England. Is it still that bad? Anyway, I digress. There's a lot going on, right? I got a live stream tonight, and I have a ton of rumours. To get through. Normally, I'll do this on a live stream. But I got too much other stuff to get to, right? And I'm probably not even going to get to that. So one of these things I've been waiting to get to for like a week, and I was about a month old and resurfaced and got. I think it's building up traction. By the time I post this video, it'll probably be bigger news by about Wednesday, Thursday this week. But I think I'm probably posting this video on Monday, 25th. Will be my guess. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are fan-dabby. Oh, you know it. Fan-dabby. Double dosing. Really? Do you think the crankers knew that that's the thing? Those are the words that would echo through history when you thought of their names. If you don't know who the crankers are, I can't help you, mate. I'm sorry. It's you missed out on something truly glorious in the world. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are fantastic. Thank you very much. I am ridiculously grateful. I really am ridiculously grateful for everybody doing that. Sign up my Substack. It's my email newsletter. It goes out every day because I put content out every day. I don't know when I'm going to be taken off YouTube. Could be any day, could be never. Who knows or dares to dream? But sign up to my Substack, my email newsletter, so you will know where to find me. I'm also on Rumble. If you're on Rumble, hit that Rumble button. And honestly, I would love us all to just move over to Rumble. Rumble doesn't run as smooth as YouTube. I will absolutely admit that. But I figure if we all move over there, maybe it will. That's what I'm hoping for. But I don't see it happening in the near future. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are very, very good. Sign up my Substack. Oh, my Substack, by the way, I give out free stuff, right? I put out, digital free stuff. So, like, stuff that's out of print that I really think shouldn't be out of print, like the Virgin New Adventure, Doctor Who novels. I think I'm going to might do a Eighth Doctor Adventure from the BBC. That's also out of print. I don't understand why these are all out of print. It's very, very strange. But yeah. So I give those out PDFs. Also, old comic strips that are out of print, like the backup strips from 2008 from Doctor Who magazine. Those sort of things. So sign up, free stuff, and you get even more free stuff, which I really got to send out more stuff this week on my paid Substack. That's $5 a month. I just want you to give me money. Basically, I'm trying to think, what's the most direct pitch to sell that? Oh yeah, why don't I just tell the truth? I just want you to give me money. Okay, really, that's really it. And I'm finding ways for you to be able to do that. They demonetize my channel. You can't super chat. You like what I do? Throw me a couple of bucks. By the way, if you hate what I do, you want me to keep doing it, so you can hold me up as an example of pure evil that you must fight. So that's got to be worth $5 a month, hasn't it? Keep me floating. That'll be lovely. Fan-dabby, a dubby dozy, as I say. Fine. Let's get into the rumors then. Yes, this is Rumour Patrol. A nice Rumour Patrol video. I haven't done one of these for ages. Because we've got a lot to get to. Let's start with this one first, right? Let's start with the more juicy rumors. Now, do I believe any of these? Honestly, I've only skimmed through them, so I haven't even read them properly yet. So I think let's start over here. So this was over from Gallifrey base. It was about a month old, but it's just been recycled as saying, oh no, we know it's happening. We know it's real. Is it? I don't know. Again, I just skimmed through this. I'm going to give you my impressions as I read them. I might be able to provide some info about what the new TARDIS interior will look like. Well, again, being a huge Doctor Who geek, this is something that's really important to me. And it's pathetic though it is. It really is, right? I love a good TARDIS interior. By the way, I finally found out how much it costs to get somebody to 3D print a TARDIS console that lights up and all that. That's in the same scale as the character options action figures, and they're expensive. They're like, It's like £150 to get, which is I don't know what the exchange rate is between pounds and dollars now, because I normally work in dollars, but I understand it's like it's nearly at parity, I think. But yeah, man, that's an expensive gift. But man, I would love to have one. But yeah, no, we absolutely. That wasn't a plug. By the way, look. If you're a billionaire and want to send me one, I won't stop you, but I wasn't asking you to do that, really. No, that was just me talking. You know, it's weird. You've really got to think about these things when you have a YouTube channel. Insane things that you would never really consider, because people will just say, oh, look, he's being completely ripping off, disingenuous, whatever they can get you for, they will, because they're people without moral fiber whatsoever. But yeah, that's just where we are in life. Okay, so you might be able to provide news about the TARDIS interior. I've been sent a pic. As frustrating you all as it is, I won't share it for risk of causing trouble. Well, what about this? Now, apparently this thing was on as a Gallifrey base. Oh God, I didn't know anybody still used Gallifrey base. I thought they got taken over by social media. Gallifrey base was it was not a place of free speech. It's not a place of free speech, shall we say? You have the accepted opinions and the unacceptable opinions. Unacceptable opinions. Is there anything morally wrong with them? No, other than people don't like justifying their opinions. That's really it. So yeah, listen. If you got it, you would have shown it, but I don't think you do have it. But maybe you do. I don't know. But they were forced to take this post down apparently. But when I asked if it was a new interior, my reply was several fingers on lips emojis. Well, obviously. I'll try and describe it to you, though. The pic. This really sounds like bullshit, doesn't it? Like, I've got the information. I can't show it to you, but I'll kind of describe it. Okay, whatever. The pic I have shows part of a set that I'm assuming is a new interior. Due to the angular pic, I can't see the console. Rather, what looks like the entrance of the. I must have skipped a bit. The entrance of the. What I'm looking at of the set, maybe, or the. I don't know. Console room. What I'm looking at seems to be massive. Who were? And other things that Rabbi have never heard. There's a cherry picker. Okay. There's a cherry picker lift with it's only which is only partially extended, and it's the height of the room is more than twice that. That sounds huge, right? That's okay. I mean, but. You know, Russell D. Davies does want to have, like, these epic, huge sets, right? And he wanted to make it bigger the first time round. Could be. I don't know. Okay, could be. The shape of the room seems to be more of a dome-shaped reminiscent of the 9th, 10th console room. Retain the roundels. Well, they got to kind of retain the roundels. I never liked it when, what was it, the 50th anniversary where they see the War Doctor's TARDIS and the roundels, and they said, oh, I love those. What are they? I have no idea. I thought it was just kind of stupid. I really did. Obviously, you must know. I mean, why? And it retains the roundels, but they're presented in a rigid grid pattern rather than hexagonal. Okay. I found it interesting. What I found interesting is the lights. A section of roundels are backlit with a rainbow-type gradient to the left and right. God, I hope not. Honestly, enough with the rainbows. We understand what you're saying, right? We understand. Yeah, you know where I think all that comes from, and like on a very real level. So in Kabbalistic philosophy, the flood, right? Noah's flood. It was actually God's flood. Noah was just there at the time. The flood was brought about because of a breaking down of the gender roles, right? Because of the introduction of gender and sexual fluidity and a codification of that within law, right? When marriage stopped being between being a man and a woman, and could be many, many other things. That was the thing that was said to trigger the flood, right? So, which destroyed the world. So, at the end of that, there's a rainbow, and the rainbow is not a good sign. The rainbow is basically saying that God says, I'm going to throw up a rainbow, right? I'm going to throw up a rainbow every time that you deserve to be wiped out completely. right? So I think in their in a sort of spiritual subconscious way, the LGBTQ plus cloak themselves in a rainbow, as if to say to God, "You can't get us, right? You promised not to do this again. Look at the rainbow, right? But please no more rainbows, okay? What about from left to right? So one column is red, orange. Column 2 is a lighter orange. Column 3 is yellow. Through to a column on the okay, it's the same. Through to a column on the far right of the pic that has a cool blue light. That's what looks like a roller coaster rail cork. Okay. Rail cork screwing around 360 degrees. Although this might well be the camera rail. Who knows? Camera rail is the track that the camera goes on to make it be able to glide all around, right? The set. The set looks very much under construction. Well, that will make sense, wouldn't it? I think it's probably under construction, which ties into what I've been told. Really? Again. None of this is going, oh, well, this must be true, is it? I've been told it's under construction, and you know what? What? It looks like it's under construction. Really? Who could have guessed that? I hope this information is of interest. Not really. It's not really of interest to me. I think it's bull crap. So if what I've seen is the new interior, because I'm clearly not lying, I'm telling the complete truth, my first impressions are big and more light and color than recent console rooms, which is something I would like to be the case, right? I'd like to get out the dark, gloomy ones. I know next to nothing about Ncuti and nothing about how we've been playing the part. Darling, I don't think you know much about what the console room looks like, to be honest with you. But I can imagine a young, energetic, and maybe lonely doctor calling this place home. Okay. So this is another one. I don't know. A set with 2 TARDISes. No, this is from the 60th, right? You say so. The rumor is that Shoot is going to debut in the 60th anniversary. That I actually find quite reasonable, right? It seems that I think the 60th will probably end up with some kind of a cliffhanger with Shooty in it, right? Yeah, I think it's always going to go back to how the 5 Doctors ended, right? Where Tegan's like, "What? You're going to go on the run in a rickety old TARDIS?" And it is kind of like, you know, it was very canned lines, but it zooms in on Peter Davis and says, "Well, yes, that's how it all started," right? I think it's going to be something along those lines. So Catherine Tate, David Tennant, and Shooty Gatwa performing a scene together. What looks very like Mel, now I don't believe you anymore, right? Although she has a back to camera, could it look like Catherine Tate maybe? Standing next to another unknown character in a wheelchair. Could it be Wilf maybe? Yeah, okay, so this is they're referencing this picture here, which has a blur put into it, and they're saying, oh look, this is Bonnie Langford, new 6th Doctor companion Hebe. I mean, he might be, but probably not. This looks like Catherine Tate and Bernard Cribbins. Blessed be his name. I like a bit of Bernard Cribbins. So what's it? Standing next to an unknown wheelchair. I'm 98% certain it's Shooty. Interesting, he in the 20-odd seconds of video where I can see him, he's giving off a doctory vibe. Now, okay, this is something I believe, right? I might be wrong, right? I really genuinely might be wrong, but I really believe that he's going to have a doctory vibe. I think that I maybe he was lying, but I don't think Rusty Davis was lying when he said, he just came in and had this incredibly talented audition, right? All dressed only in a t-shirt and trainers, no trousers. Sounds like Rusty Davis, and carrying an oversized mallet, one that he hits one of the TARDISes with. Okay, I kind of doubt all this, but let's keep going. Dialogue. He says that he can make out. She says, "Hey, watch this." Stand back, stand back. Then he says something else, and David Tennant goes, what for? He said, we won the game. You get the prize, honey. With this mallet over his shoulders, and this razor mallet over his shoulders is mine. Swings the mallet down and it hits the TARDIS. Something happens, probably added in post. So I do believe that Shinigami probably will make an appearance in the 60th, right? I believe that seems a reasonable deduction. I mean, even if it's in the trailer at the end, which it probably is going to be, right? And I would like to see him make, like a minute appearance or something in the. Not a regeneration, but like saying this is the future. We're moving forward in the future, and I can really see that something that Rusty Davis would want to do. All this sounds like utter bollocks to me, right? This is what it's a Rumour patrol, right? Rumour. If you've never seen the Alien 3, it's got Paul McGann, it's quite good, but it doesn't make his role really doesn't make that much sense. Try and get the extended edition. It's way better, right? It's way better. And also his role makes a lot more sense. So there you go. Are we seeing Shinigami in the beginning? I don't know. In the 60th? I think so. I would like to hope so. Who knows or dares to dream? Next thing we need to who knows or dares to dream about is this. This is quite a lengthy Reddit spoiler about the Big Finish's 2023 release schedule. Now, they've already apparently come out and said, this is all bollocks, right? This is all complete bollocks. Is it or is it? I guess we'll find out, right? Announcing my long dormant Reddit account to share with a friend who has a history at Big Finish shared with me today after heavy disagreement within. I'm not sharing that as my friend doesn't want to cause drama. Well, this is reasonably dramatic, isn't it? That would lead back to them. Oh, well, that makes more sense. Okay. But they know a lot about a variety of issues with varying degrees of involvement. I don't really believe that. I think people know about a lot of variety of issues with varying degrees of involvement. It'll probably be the higher-ups of Big Finish, like Nick Briggs, probably Matt Fitton, that sort of level. Probably even not Matt Fitton, right? Honestly, I get the vibe I get off Nick Briggs, and listen, I look at him positively. I've always liked his work, and I think he's has always delivered. But the vibe I get off him is very professional and wouldn't involve others in matters that don't concern them, right? Essentially, to a business level, he strikes me as being an ethical person. Is he? I don't know. Never, hung out with him. I had an hour chat with him or so on my channel. Seems perfectly nice to me, right? I have nothing I can say about him. We have a different outlook about life on many things, but I wish him well. Here's the thing. I wish we could just bring back into reality is the idea that we both look at each other, even though we have different outlooks, as each other having the best intentions, right? Which has just been lost from the world, very sadly, I think. Okay. I'm basically going to go month by month with what they told me. This isn't definitive, and it took me a couple of days to organise and make sense of. I had to check my very bad grammar. Well, I probably won't notice because I've equally bad grammar. Note that most of 2022's releases are announced, and most of them have details out, so I avoid talking about them. No, almost all of this is Who related, but a couple of non-Who ranges were brought up, so I've included them. So January, Robots Part 6, I think that's already been announced. This apparently brought in a big guest star that is known to Walker, but that wasn't elaborated on further. Honestly, I really found this kind of a turgid series. The Robots just really didn't do much for me, right? I pre-ordered the first 4, and I asked for a refund. I asked for a credit note so I can get the Thunderbirds release instead. And I paid the difference. I didn't think the Thunderbirds release was very good either. But at that point, I'm like, listen, I've given it the best shot, right? What can you do? It's just a bit of a strange range. I'm surprised it made it into 6 sets, but okay. Then the First Doctor 2023. So I understand that they're doing one First Doctor set a year. starring Stephen Noonan, right? So 3 1-hour stories this time round. Writers are Tim Foley, Uma McCormack, and Sarah Grachala. I like all those writers. I think they've all done good. This is still Noonan and what's the name? Cornelius. Can't remember her first name. Looked very, very, very good in the publicity pictures they did. What was her name again? I'd love to have her on the channel. She seems really fun, right? I'd like to have Stephen Noonan as well, for that matter. But Bradley's getting released as well later this year. Read down. Not this year, but next year. They're looking at moving to 2 sets a year going forward. Now, I would really like them to do kind of longer stories with this. I think they're doing that with the 5th Doctor release that's coming out in a couple of months. The 40 Volume 2. 40 Volume 1 was quite good, by the way. I quite enjoyed those. But also I think that's like a 12-part alternate story from what I can tell. I'm quite excited by that. So then also January, Fusion of Doctor 1. I would love to know the sales data for these. Right? Are they gonna work or not? I really don't know. I'm fascinated now if they're gonna do more. So what we got? This and Call Me Master. Basically alternate every 3 months. That's reasonable. So you get 2 sets a year. They have publishing over 2 years. Might have some cameos from Dark Age foes. I don't know what Dark Age is. But this is looking mostly like a new era, much like Big Finish are doing with the 9th. I think they're gonna I don't know. I think they'll be more interested in tying in classic era into the Jodie era stuff, because I think it's just a subconscious thing, because it gives it legitimacy to a certain extent. Big Finish are eager to continue the series with the 2 announced sets, and Martin seems eager to enjoy what recording has done so far. Listen. Yeah, are they eager to it be successful? Of course they are. Diary River Song. Yeah, I got out of this a few sets ago. Although I did like the 70s one, right? That's basically my attitude now. I used to be a completist. Now I almost never buy the 6th Doctor range anymore. That's really, really crashed and burned somewhat, I think. But I tried the 7th Doctor one; it wasn't very good. So in my opinion, so if it's got to be a set that has a hook in it that appeals to me, and I can't imagine River Song. I mean, they did one with the 7th, the Pertwee era one, but let's see what they put out, right? Back to 2 a year. Kingston got busy, so only doing going back to 2 a year. Kingston got busy, so only 1 this year. The next 2 sets are going to be recorded back to back. That makes sense, so they could be interchangeable. But the idea is they want to do more standalone for River over the next few sets. So it's a story. So it's a story that is very likely to be in Volume 12. So I will also mention part of the threat. I don't understand what you're saying. 9th Doctor 2.4. Yeah, I'm giving this one a miss. This is the one where they're bringing in Livchenko and stranded people. Really, I mean, again, I would love to know the sales data. Final episode will feature a post-credit lead into Rose. Don't believe that. I think that's bullcrap. I really do. I really, really do. I mean, mate, I know. Excellent is heavily considering becoming a regular collaborator with Big Finish. He already is, and they seem to be rediscussing things like Rose and 9, and no Mickey and Jack for obvious reasons. I don't know. Listen, I would like to believe what's the name? The John Barrowman and the Noel Clarke stuff is an edict from the BBC. And not something that willfully engaged in by Big Finish. Because again, I want to think more positively of them. 3rd Doctor is featuring Joe Grant and the Brig. 1 2-hour story and 1 1-hour story. Interesting. 2023 sets are going heavily focused on getting female identifying writers, as the range hasn't had a female writer at all so far. I mean, really, they build up a few now, but really, it hasn't gone well. Yeah, identity, hiring on via identity has not gone down very well. What else we got? So Space 1999, Volume 3. I know, I'm in too much. If I get a sense that this is similar to Earthbound, I'm not buying it. And I really wish they made it and they were more clear on it being a very biased, one-sided Brexit analogy with Earthbound, right? Just be upfront about it. I love you, believe in it. Be upfront about it. Well, it was very disappointing. I mean, again, if you're somebody who was anti-Brexit, I don't know enough about it to comment. I really, genuinely don't, other than all the people who say it was bad are wrong about everything. Right? I've been wrong about literally everything. So there's that going against it. But, you know, imagine if they made Earthbound that Simmons wanted to get back to Earth and Koenig was against it, and they had an election and Koenig cheated and yet Simmons still won, and all he wanted was some resources put through the program to get Operation Nexus, get back to Earth, and Koenig gives them like one beat up old eagle, right? And so they miss a wormhole or whatever, they'll take them right back to Earth, and everything would have been fine, and they're all left stranded and miserable because they didn't they didn't try and do it, right? You know, do another paper thin analogy from the other direction. I'd love to see how they would have loved that, right? Who knows? Fourth Doctor, New Frontiers. Ice Heists and Ice Warriors as announced, but Mantilla, The Lost sounds to be a pure historical. Margaret's first journey into the past. Ice Heist also features her into the future. Margaret was the what's her name? Liverbirds actress who was in one of the stories in the Solo set. What's it? Neris Hughes. I think she's Margaret, right? Who knows? Unit 4 Nemesis didn't even get through the first box set and didn't buy the second one. Culmination of Nemesis arc obviously has more to do with Harry and Naomi, which Big Finish have set up on their ongoing arc in some kind of modern day forge. Okay. No major news other than Andrew Smith, John Dorney are contributing another story. But either could be for Nemesis 3. Sherlock Holmes set. So I got the last one, but I still haven't listened to it yet, right? I've got too much going on. Start of a new yearly run on sets, which will be a standalone. Jonathan Barnes is going to contribute, but it sounds like the next his next for 2024. And this set will be a new writer to the range at Big Finish, although one that has written for Holmes in the past. Who's that? That's Nick Briggs, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. So April, 5th Doctor, Conflict of Interest. So yeah, they announced this. Second story is written by Jonathan Barnes, and I think it's on the website already. The story is historical. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to need more to get into that. Rani spin-off. Oh, this is not the Rani. This is Randy. Not Randy. Rani. What's her name? Moindra. Sarah Jane Adventures. Rani, right? So is it April? I think they've announced April. As I'm writing this out, this was announced 2 sets with a heavy interest in doing more. Should they sell well? I hope they do sell well. And again, if you want to, I would be surprised if they don't cross over. At least Sasha Dewan's master. He's married to. Sasha Dewan's married to whatever her bloody name is, Rani. Yeah, and I'll be fine with that because I'm not really that invested in this, quite frankly. So, Call Me Master writers Lizzie Hopely, Helen Goldwood, and Alison Winter sounds pretty predictable, doesn't it? Lizzie Hopely just won a some award for one of her stories, and quite frankly, just makes me go, what a joke all these awards are, right? They're just an absolute joke. She's not very good. I've listened to all her stuff. Well, not all of her stuff, but it's just she's always the weakest point on any set, right? She's just not that great. I'm sorry. I call her Lizzie Hopeless because, frankly, I haven't heard anything good about her at all. Good from her at all. But yeah, I mean, look, I will believe that. Yeah, if they want to put them on the Jodie stuff, that's fine. Lone Centurion 3. Arthur Dowd looks to be convinced to come back with this one and potentially more appearances. Although this is the only one confirmed to be happening. Dahl has input in this one in the same way Georgia Tennant has with Jenny. They all have input on everything. This one is planned to be Nicholas II's Russia, but that got put on the back burner due to the Russia-Ukraine war. But it was something they want to do. Intern this Norse. I don't think that disrupted this. I think this was already recorded before that war happened. So I'm calling BS on this. But you know, it's fun. I think talking about rumors, even if you say they're bullcrap, is kind of fun. That's just me for you. Who else have we got? That was a Norse set. When the previous two plays play off a lot of fantasy and comedy. Well, it didn't that look like he's wearing chainmail in the box art? I thought. So May, you got a 6 Doctor set. Goodbye. I'll be surprised you're going to tempt me in. What is it? Continuation of Hebe's storyline. Oh. You know, and this is no reflection on the name of the actress. I can't remember, but she was fine in Years and Years, right? You know why she was fine in Years and Years? Because they wrote her as a character who happened to be in a wheelchair, right? In this, her raison d'etre is being handicapped, and it didn't really work. I'm like, oh look, it's Colin Baker surrounded by another domineering woman. What a shock. They can continue for as long as possible. Okay, have fun with that. While giving 6 another companion special releases. I'll be surprised if they can tempt me into one of those. Otherwise, I don't have much other than Raina, Golden, and Valentine are all back in their roles. Golden might write a story. Helen Golden might write a story. General note: moving forward is a mix of releases that they're recording or in the middle or the end of production. Jericho. Okay, so this is the first bit of news. So this is really one of the few good. I don't want to say good. Less awful parts of Chibnall's Doctor Who. And it was all from Ray McNally's performance, which was excellent, right? Excellent. He managed to give his turgid, two-dimensional dialogue a bit of depth and resonance, and then they killed him for no apparent reason. One off with Kevin McNally returning. Why not have him back as the guy from the Twin Dilemma instead? That'd be more fun. Though, like most new Rangers, Big Finish has a desire to continue. Should this sell well, it will continue past one set if they have a chance. Set before Jericho meets the Doctor, Yaz, and Dan. Okay. War Master begins. Not the War Doctor begins? I think you must have meant do War Doctor begins. Another 4 sets for Jonathan Carley as the War Doctor have been planned. And it's the same schedule. Writers include Rossa McPhillips. She was freaking awesome, okay? She wrote one, I think, the best story I've heard so far from War Doctor Begins. It's such a great story. The Doctor's developed a Thol's a stealth craft, which a Thol is now trying to give to the dark. It's kind of like the Hunt for Red October. It was really good. It was a really great story. Made a good impression with her first War Doc story. Yeah, did with me anyway. Tim Foley and John Dorney. You know, Rosamund Felix, more from her, please. She's absolutely fantastic. At least that one story was, babe. I know. Don't get me excited, right? Don't get me excited. She cried. Not all sets have been written yet. They're waiting to get Louise Jameson to potentially write later on, and more female writers. I honestly get Louise Jameson to just run that series. She's done such a fantastic job with it. This is a really great use of her talent. Like, I hope that Attagirl did well. Didn't interest me at all, so I didn't buy it. But this is like, yeah, it's been great. It's been a really great series. Ninth Doctor volume, was it series 3? The next 3 box sets is an overarching run like Dalek Universe, but with original new foam the team has created. I hope that's true. I really hope that's true because I'll be well up for that. Right? I would like to hear a bit longer form from the Ninth Doctor. So June, Fourth Doctor, 2023B. No major news I have other than confirming the Stone Cold is a Weeping Angel story. Ooh, that sounds good. Seventh Doctor, 2023A. So yeah, that wasn't great so far. And no information about that whatsoever, apparently. Okay. Like nothing about that. War Master 9. This and Volume 10 seems to be the last set's plan, but for the War Master, Hancock seems to want to move on, and Jacoby, for the most part, bar some cameos perhaps, doesn't want to continue without. Interesting. The hook for this will be the Master versus the Great Intelligence with Ian McKellen brought in by Jacoby. Nah, I mean, if this is true, it'll be huge, but I'm calling bullshit. I mean, wouldn't it be great? Yeah, Ian McKellen's yeah, wouldn't that be fantastic? But I doubt it. Unit Brave New World Volume 3. Now, I thought they had 4 sets of this already planned. Very quick turnaround. Big Finish was really happy with the pre-sales that they heard for the... so, 2 new sets were commissioned. Okay. Both sets are recorded at the end of the year. I guess the end of 2022. Audio Novel 5. A 6-doctor audio novel, and Evelyn story. Oh. Written by Colin Baker. Oh, okay. I mean, co-written by Colin Baker. And read by Colin Baker. Listen, Colin, love you, mate. I bought Age of Chaos, that comic book you wrote. I bought it more than once. It's very bad, right? It's very bad. I don't know how to break this to you. I don't know. Co-written by Jacqueline Reiner. That might give it a bit of hope then. Big Finish were keen to pay tribute to the stables, and Baker was very enthusiastic as well, one of the earliest commissions for the range. So it took time Baker's schedule. What schedule? He's doing Big Finish and gardening, okay? I don't think he's doing much. He's in his 70s. He's retired, isn't he? Writing-wise. I won't be buying this. I am buying the Kate Orman, I think it's coming out in January, audio novel with Michael Troughton reading a second Doctor story. Yeah, listen, Kate Orman, I am there. Gallifrey War Room 2, well, that makes sense. They must have done at least 2 or 4 back-to-back. Scripts are being written now. New writer involved. More Armitage sounds to be planned, so it's up to availability. Second Doctor 2023. Fraser Hines, as hinted in the 3DAs this year. What? Fraser Hines as Jamie, as hinted in the third Doctor Avengers this year. Oh, so this is more the Michael Troughton, right? Two 3-parters, much like Conflict of Interest. The second Doctor range looks to be staying as once a year for the next while. Unlike Noonan's first Doctor, I don't believe that. I think Michael Troughton's second Doctor stuff sold better than Steve Noonan's first Doctor stuff. Right? I do not believe it. 8th Doctor and Lucy, Volume 2. Another set. I'm not even sure I'll pick this up. The first one was... It's tired. That's the thing. This is just tired. It's... the 8th Doctor range in general is just in tatters. It really needs a real revamp. A real revamp. I mean, look, it's better than doing Liv and Helen, who I've had enough with. 3-disc set and not 4 discs as Sheridan Smith availability is tough schedule. Fugitive Doctor Volume 2, not much to say other than this is planned in July. August. 6th Doctor 2023 B. Again, Heed Mel and the group of friends from next month's Purity Undreamed making appearances. 9th Doctor 3.2, second set of the 3-set arc, not much to say. Lol. Arc. River and Nine are finally going to meet. Well, that's going to be interesting. Okay. ASAT. What the hell's ASAT? Bradley, Grant, Glover, and Powell returning as planned. What? Adventures in Space and Time. Oh, okay. So this is the Dave Bradley crew. Planned to be a restart to their strand of the first Doctor stories. Two 2-hour stories, one sci-fi, one historical. I don't believe you. I think they want to plow forward with Steve Noonan, and they're gonna do David Bradley. It'll be something different, right? It'll be like a special set. It'll be something out of the ordinary. Sarah Jane Smith. The Sarah Jane Smith features Sadie Miller. Ooh. This and Rani spin-offs were originally one, but became two separate strands that stood on their own, so they were separated. Do I believe this? I mean, she's dead. Sarah Jane's dead according to Good Farewell, Sarah Jane Smith, which I thought was beautiful, and I would have wanted to erase that. I really thought that was fantastic, right? So where we are. So note that Big Finish never had a desire to adapt the cancelled Series 5 and wanted to do their own take, and this was Russell T Davies' preference as well. A one-off for now, but should further sets happen, each would be self-contained stories set between the Hand of Fear and School Reunion. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. The Brigadier and Harry will have small roles. Okay, this sounds like a stupid idea. I am sorry. Having Sadie Miller do standalone Sarah Jane stuff prior to Sarah Jane Adventures. This sounds like a dumb idea, right? It really does. Which is going to be taking place in the 70s, a few years after Sarah left the Doctor. She was from 1980 in the Pyramids of Mars. They were quite clear about that. So September 5th Doctor 2023B standalone set, much like Conflict of Interest, 2 1-hour stories, 2 hour and 1 2-hour story and 1 1-hour story. Rises Lisa McMillan and Barnaby Kay. I don't know what he's done. Rose Tyler Trapped, already recorded alongside this year's set. They also have a cameo from Tennant as the Meta-Crisis Doctor unit Brave New World 2, Brave New World 4, being written right now. I don't think it was that successful. I think this is all bull crap. I really do. Third Doctor. Since they knew they were releasing this in October, it became an anthology. Was it a Halloween anthology with 6 30-minute episodes? So like the house that dripped blood or something. Doctor, listen. I think this is basically bullcrap, but I hope that's true. That sounds fun. The first tour with Liz, the middle tour with Joe, and the last two with Sarah Jane. Clever idea. 3 brand new writers are being mentored. Well, it depends who's mentoring them. I mean, honestly, Matt Fenton isn't your guy for that. The three mentors will have written for 3 before. Classic Doctor's New Monsters Broken Memories. This has already been recorded bar 1 episode, so I have lots of info. Okay. Features Doctors 1, 2, 5 and 7. This and Volume 3 were commissioned together, and all the Doctors are now available, so they want to take advantage of that to basically act as, I don't know, Episode 2, 6B, Second Doctor against the Reapers from Father's Day. Episode 3, the 5th Doctor and Turlough against the Whisper Men, Great Intelligence from Episode 4, 7th Doctor Solo against Gus from Mummy on the Orient Express. I don't even remember who Gus was. I really don't remember that. Call Me Master 2, nothing else to say there. November 2023. Well, that's going to be the anniversary month, so we should have something going on there. Thurston McCoy, second of the seventh last day, but nothing to report as yet. His last day? I mean, that must have been cut off from the printout above. All right. Okay. 8th Doctor 2023 will continue. 8 Liv and Helen got on board already. Although this might be the final Liv sets, thank God at least, with Helen potentially traveling Doctor Solo. Ninth Doctor 3.3, the final part of the Dalek universe style thing. The fourth chapter happens with Eccleston. The hopes is to have them with Rose and set up a preempty and set them pre-empty child, but that's up in the air. I thought they were going to say Timeless Child. Like, what? Whoa, what? Where? No. So the 60th, the big kahuna, as it were, where I say every Doctor has some form of representation. I mean it. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. This will be much like Legacy of Time, which wasn't very good. Every Doctor represented in some way, shape, or form, including David Warner, Dave Bradley, Stephen Noonan, the Fugitive Doctor, and a cameo from Jodie Whittaker. I'm out of that. You know, I mean, I'm probably out, right? Yeah, good luck with you. No interest. Zero interest. You want to do that? Fine. Whittaker's character don't mean the 13 Doctor audio, but they aren't ruled out. It's likely Jodie wants to take some time away from the role. Listen, for once, us and Jodie agree on something. Yes, we would all like you to take some time away from the bloody role. But it's receptive to returning down the line. As always, Big Finish are looking to sign Smith and Capaldi, but that won't happen anytime too. Capaldi never. Capaldi's like, I think is so pissed off, right? We're up to December. More Liv, Helen, and 8 standalone stories. Possibly being Liv's final stories. Rani spin-off 2. Luca's going to appear as a guest character. Well, again, you know, if you can get timer from Starbucks. But again, this was a scoop. I was writing this, but it was announced. Lol. That wasn't announced, I think. Didn't think it was. War Doctor Begins Volume 6, no news. War Master 10, following 10's face-offs and McKellen's great intelligence. Patrick Stewart is going to play a Doctor-like figure to be the good Jacoby faces off with. In development, I don't believe you. These things are at various stages. Okay, see what they're going. Peladon 2. I don't think it went. Did it think it went down that well? I mean, I don't know. Could be. So the potential for a second Peladon release. No official plans yet. Don't expect this until 2024 at the earliest. 10th Doctor and Martha. This was halfway completed during Tennant's lockdown recordings, and it seems like they might have recorded recently to just about finished. 3 1-hour stories like Tennant's release of Piper and Tate. Maybe Year of Martha Jones. I skipped the first one, Volume 2. A slowly but surely recording one script from the first set was... I don't really care. New Adventures of Bernie Summerfield. Yes, I'm always down for these. There's a new one coming out next month, which I quite like. In the planning stage, I don't think anything has been written, recorded with Warner. Isn't easy to schedule. However, what's he doing? He's retired. Which has been the case for the last several box sets. So the 4th Doctor Adventures Future. Thomas recorded up to 2027, and they become recordings in 2028, 2029, and 2030. Blimey. 2025 will be 4 and Sarah Jane in 3 disc sets. 26 will be 4 and Adric, and again 3 disc sets. Well, okay. 2027, 4 and Leela, 3 disc box sets. 26, 27 might switch with each other. It hasn't been decided yet. Didn't get what 28 to 30 would be regarding companions, but it'll likely be Sarah Jane and Harry. And potentially the second series of Harry and Nomi. New Unbound. So I know Rusty Davis has forbidden any new casting, any new Unbound casting. So Big One are actively developing 2 new Unbound sets for release, as the range has been re-allowed by the BBC. I guess Rusty said they could, but no new casting as the Doctors from what they said. But I might venture out the Unbound Doctors, but they might be venturing out of Unbound Doctors and look at Unbound stories revolving around companions. Okay. 10th and 11th Doctor, Jake Dubman. Okay, I'm out of those. On Class Series 2, don't believe you. Missy 4, probably. New unit storyline, probably. Paternoster Gang, unlikely. Wells Blake 7. This is in the works for sure, with more Babin and Avalon. They actually announced a new one. 1 or 2. Dark Shadows, don't care. Adam Adamant Lives, Callan. Scripts are done, but the actors aren't available. I believe you for Callan, not Adam Adamant Lives. Dark Season, currently being recorded, full cast continuation. Starcott Series 4, they just announced that, I think. So they're in commissions arranged. UFO, Lost Stories. This is a matter of if they find something. There's always more audio novels. 6 special releases. So with Flip, Constant, Lisa Green doing with Long COVID. Has been put on the back burner. Time War, Volume 5 with the 8th Doctor. 11, 12, and 13th. No official plans. Okay. I get a feeling most of this is bollocks, right? I get a feeling most of this is bollocks. That's the vibe I'm getting. Well, one thing I don't think is bollocks is this story here. BBC in talks with Disney Plus over streaming Doctor Who. So here's what I think's going on. I'm not going to bother reading the bloody story. This came from Bloomberg, so that's actually real businessy reporting. So that actually means that something actually officially is going on. Does it mean it's coming on Disney Plus? I think what Rusty Davis wants to do is create a Doctor Who hub for a streaming service. So this makes a lot of sense with that. I think he may be negotiating with other streaming services as well, and the release of this may well be to give them leverage. But yeah, that's what I think we can expect to see, right? From the Russell D. Davis is Russell D. Davis 2, a Doctor Who hub with basically you have everything on it, all the DVD extras on up to the highest definition possible. Honestly, Apple buy it, right? And Apple also buy Paramount. If they had Doctor Who and Star Trek hubs, those things, there'll be no geek that wouldn't be paying $4.99 a month for that. Like, have all of Star Trek and all of Doctor Who, all the extras, everything, all the kind, have it ready, plus new content being made. Yes, that would definitely be a sell. And I can see it happening. Look, they want to sell Paramount, right? Paramount is losing money hand over fist. They're making Star Trek essentially to fill out content for their library, which they're trying to sell to a bigger streaming service. So, please, Apple, buy Paramount. You get CBS and buy this. So, again, I like their streaming. So I like the streaming quality. Right, Apple TV Plus, it works well. That's something that is important to me. Amazon, not so much, right? They're in the face, bit garbage. Apple TV, much better, I thought. Fine, there you go. Bit of news and rumour, mainly rumour. Bit of rumour patrol for you. You see, it took me nearly an hour, and I skipped a lot of stuff, right? That's why I'm not even getting this in my live stream. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.